How's it going, everybody? My name is EnvyTalksCinema, and welcome to the very first episode of Envy Talks Cinema. You're probably wondering what the hell has happened to this channel. It went from being just a simple reaction channel to now EnvyTalksCinema. Yeah, I'm branching out. I'm experimenting a little bit and I'm running with the flow. I've been wanting to do this for a while now and I'm actually looking dead into a light right now, so I'm probably going to be blinded by the end of this video. First of all, first things first, if you're wondering what this channel is even going to be about, it's pretty simple. It's in the name, EnvyTalksCinema. All things related in cinema that are big news is obviously going to revolve mostly around Marvel and DC. However, this is a fellow home for the nerds. Just come in here. As you can see, we're friendly people. Let's start off with the heavy swinger. I didn't even mean to do a pun there. Spider-Man brand new day movie, well, is now coming out before Avengers Doomsday. Us Marvel fans, I'm sure you know, we've been hit with the delay for two Marvel movies, Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars, both coming out in December of different years, which means Spider-Man Brand New Day is now coming out before Avengers Doomsday. This previously affected the plot to Spider-Man Brand New Day. This was going to be a multiverse film simply because it came out after Avengers Doomsday. And according to leaks, according to rumors, after Avengers Doomsday, we were going to get hit with Battleworld. If you don't know what Battleworld is essentially the world when Dr. Doom wins. He destroys all of the multiverse, every Earth out there on the planet except for one, a world where he can rule over, and that world is considered Battleworld. What I also know is that Spider-Man Brand New Day was going to come out after Avengers Doomsday, meaning the next two movies after Doomsday were going to be on Battleworld, and that means Spider-Man Brand New Day would have been a multiverse film. However, things have been turning around. Dustin Daniel Dean, the director for Shang-Chi and the director of Spider-Man Brand New Day, apparently had one condition, and that one condition was he was going to direct the movie if he can get a non-multiverse film. Big brain, my boy, big brain. You're already off to a great start. However, there was a point where he also confirmed that Spider-Man was going to get a new suit. No one wanted Spider-Man to get a new suit after Spider-Man No Way Home. Maybe a remodeled version of that suit, that always happens, but a new suit? Come on, man, that suit was beautiful and we only got it for like 2 minutes. Not even. However, new news has apparently dropped where Spider-Man will be keeping that suit. That just made me super happy. I did not want Spider-Man to leave that suit, especially with that whole Disney toy thing that was going on where they saw a picture of Spider-Man and they had the big lenses and everyone thought that Spider-Man was gonna get a new suit, a basic Spider-Man suit with big lenses. Don't get me wrong, that would have been awesome, but you could clearly tell that that photo was taken from somewhere else. Regardless of the fact, if they don't add it, if they do add it, it's a win. We got the old suit, and apparently the reason why is because Peter's too broke to make a new suit.
I need that money.
So let me know what you guys think. Are you happy that the suit is back? Are you dissatisfied that the suit is back? Did you want to see something new? If you wanted to see something new, you're weird because that was something new. I'm sorry, we're gonna have to stop the video right there because apparently, as I'm in the middle of editing this, something new has dropped, and apparently we finally figured out who this unlikely ally in Spider-Man Brand New Day is going to be. This has been something that's been rumored for a while now, and everyone thought it was going to be Star-Lord, which would have been really cool. I think they had great on-screen chemistry, and that was just in an animation. So I would really love to see Peter and Peter on the same screen. However, it looks like it's going to be Mark Ruffalo, the Hulk. What? I am incredibly surprised by this, and this is gonna be an interesting thing. If this is actually true and Mark Ruffalo just comes back, and my first thought is that this is just gonna be a cameo. However, if Mark Ruffalo really comes back to team up with Spider-Man, I don't think that would be the case, but I gotta say, it's not the worst team up out there. I mean, this is a pretty interesting one, and I don't think I would hate to see it. I would like to see a better one, but let me know what you guys think about it. All right, on with the rest of the video. I don't know how true this is, but this is a word going around that the movie that was supposed to be releasing on May 7th, which was Doomsday, I believe, is now being filled with another movie spot. I have no clue how true this is. I have no clue how true this is at all. Also, Marvel did release some dates for movies that will be dropping in 2028, which is Phase 7. What can we think those movies could possibly be? Well, let's start off with one obvious answer. I mean, Thor 5. Thor 5 has to be a movie that's considered in Phase 7 after all this because it's even said that they're going to do a Thor 5 movie, and it's most likely going to be after all this unless Thor dies in Secret Wars, which I can totally see happening. However, considering that it's basically already confirmed that we're getting another Thor movie, we know he's gonna survive, or at least we think he's gonna. I don't know. It could be a prequel for all we know because they did with Black Widow, and it's gotta be something different. We can't get this. Sorry, Taika. I love your directing in Thor Ragnarok, but Thor Love and Thunder, you screwed up there. Even Chris Hemsworth said it himself that we need a more serious Thor if that's gonna happen, and he even pitched the director for the Extraction movies, which I have not seen, but if he works well with him and he could direct a Thor movie, I say have at it because the Extraction movies were pretty well on Netflix. They pretty well received. But now that we are finally done with our Marvel news, let's go on to some DC news. And this one is a complete honest laugh to me. Shaquille O'Neal is apparently, reportedly, the third CEO of DC. This has got to be a joke. This has got to be a joke. What's up, guys? This is EnvyTH here again in editing, and I found out this wasn't a joke. I thought this was a joke at first, but apparently Shaq is officially the co-CEO of DC Studios, and like after doing more and more research, this is low-key pretty awesome. Like, it's pretty cool to see like some of the people that they're letting take control of the DC universe. And it's also known that Shaq was one of the first black superheroes to be played on screen, and he was actually in a Steel movie. I didn't know this existed. He actually played Steel in a movie back way then, like probably when he had hair. It was really cool to see that. Like, and now that he's actually a co-CEO of DC, it's pretty awesome to see. Go do your thing, Shaq. Go do your thing. And now we are finally on our final news of the day. Batman 2 is apparently finally done with this script, and it is ready to be submitted. I mean, how long have we been waiting for this? This was a movie that was thought to possibly be delayed to 2027. Yeah, I was trying to remember when the movie came out. It was possibly going to be delayed to 2027. However, Matt Reeves went out and said that if the movie were to get delayed, he wasn't going to take part of it. Or was it Robert Pattinson that said that? I don't remember. Regardless of the fact is, if that were to happen, that would have disappointed a lot of fans because that most likely meant we weren't going to get a Batman 2. And the Batman is such a good movie. It was such a good movie. Best Batman movie for sure. Sorry, Dark Knight. I mean, just that movie was a masterpiece. It was so damn good. I can't think of anything I hate about the movie. And then the Penguin series that just dropped, I'm gonna be completely honest, I honestly think the Penguin was better than Batman, and that surprises me because for a show, for it to be that good, it was, oh my god, Matt Reeves, you know how to cook. I'm really hoping, even though it's still up in the air, like it's been confirmed, but it hasn't been confirmed. It's still up in the air that Robert Pattinson's Batman is going to be a part of the new James Gunn DCEU. James Gunn, as much as I love you, as much as I love your work in Marvel, I have one tiny nitpick. Don't put Robert Pattinson in the movie. Leave Matt Reeves and his own universe alone. Like, I don't know, like I just don't think Robert Pattinson's Batman fits with James Gunn's DCEU. If they do it, it, I guess, but I just want Matt Reeves in his own universe to cook, because this could be a potential superhero comic book universe on film that completely has no flops. I mean, first Batman trailer drops in DC fandom, blew everyone's mind. Everyone wanted to see that movie. Second trailer dropped, same thing happens. I just think it's generally smart to keep them away from each other. It's fine to have movies that don't have to connect to the same to the same universe. Maybe we should go back to that just a little bit, where movies were just or have their own separate heroes in one universe. Just a little bit. Just go back to that just a little bit, because Matt Reeves is clearly showing he knows what he's doing. He knows what he's doing, and I don't want any sense of other things going on in the DCU to mess up his plans, because this has happened in the MCU countless times. Literally a perfect example is involving Spider-Man Brand New Day, where it was going to be a simple grounded film. Sony, however, oh my god, Sony pushed so far to have it be a multiverse film, to the point where it was coming out after Doomsday and it was like, oh yeah, it's a multiverse film. But now it looks like we're finally getting that semi-grounded film. We still don't know the news on the villains yet. All we know is that Scorpion is supposedly going to be in it, along with Tombstone, Boomerang apparently, and what I'm hoping is true, Mr. Negative. But yeah, that is all the things I had to talk about today. If you enjoyed this, please leave a like, subscribe if you are not, and stay tuned for some more movie content.